Did you know that bathing your cat could actually do more harm than good? Yes, cats may act like tiny, fluffy drama queens when they touch water, but there's a real reason behind it. And here's the thing. Many cat owners don't realize that bathing their feline friend the wrong way can cause more problems than it solves. So, should you even bathe your cat at all? And if so, how do you do it without turning your bathroom into a battlefield? Here is what bathing really does to your cat. Should you bathe your cat at all? Well, compared to dogs, cats are self-cleaning machines. Their tongues work like tiny built-in brushes designed to remove dirt, spread natural oils, and keep their fur fresh. In fact, most cats spend nearly half their waking hours grooming themselves. So that raises the big question, should we even bother bathing them? Many experts argue that unless a cat is exceptionally dirty or has a medical condition, bathing is completely unnecessary. Their grooming habits are advanced enough to keep them clean without human intervention. But on the other hand, some pet care professionals suggest that occasional baths can be beneficial under certain circumstances. For example, if a cat gets into something sticky, greasy, or even toxic, a bath might be the only way to safely clean them. Cats dealing with severe flea infestations or skin conditions may also require medicated baths prescribed by a vet. Then there are the cats who, for one reason or another, stop grooming themselves properly, whether due to old age, obesity, or illness. And of course, if you have an adventurous outdoor cat who loves rolling around in the dirt, an occasional bath might be necessary just to keep them from turning your house into a mess. But if your cat is an indoor couch potato who's constantly licking themselves clean, chances are they don't need a bath anytime soon. How often should you bathe your cat? Well, again, the answer isn't as straightforward as you might think. Unlike humans who shower every day, cats have their own built-in cleaning system. Their rough tongues remove dirt, spread natural oils, and keep their fur in top condition. So, in most cases, they don't need frequent bathing. But if you do need to give your cat a bath, experts recommend doing it once every 4 to 6 weeks. That's right, not once a week, not once a month, but only every 4 to 6 weeks. This gives their skin enough time to replenish its natural oils while still keeping their coat fresh and clean. But of course, there are exceptions. If your cat is elderly or has trouble grooming themselves, you might need to step in more often. And if they've been rolling around in mud or gotten into something messy, don't wait weeks. That doesn't make sense. You should be cleaning them up as soon as possible. That said, overbathing can actually harm your cat. Too many baths can strip away those essential oils, leaving their skin dry and irritated. And a cat with dry, itchy skin isn't just uncomfortable, which may force them to start licking excessively, leading to further irritation or even hair loss. So, what's the point? If your cat is healthy and cleans themselves regularly, let them handle their own grooming. But if circumstances call for it, a bath every month or so should be just enough. Can bathing be harmful to cats? If you've ever tried to bathe a cat, you already know that they don't exactly take it well. The moment their paws touch water, it's as if they're being personally betrayed. The claws come out, the yowling begins, and suddenly, you're questioning all your life choices. But here's the thing. Are cats just being dramatic, or is bathing actually harmful to them? Well, the good news is that a bath itself isn't physically painful for a cat. It doesn't hurt them, no matter how much they act like it does. But that doesn't mean it's completely harmless. For one, many cats have a natural fear of water. This can make bath time an incredibly stressful experience, triggering anxiety and even panic. Imagine being forced into a situation that feels completely unnatural and terrifying. Of course, you'd want to escape. But stress isn't the only issue. Bathing a cat too often can actually damage their skin and coat. A cat's fur is naturally coated in essential oils that keep it healthy and smooth. Frequent washing strips away these oils, leaving their skin dry, itchy, and prone to irritation. In severe cases, it can even lead to excessive scratching, over-grooming, and hair loss, just as we outlined earlier. So, while the bath itself isn't harmful, overbathing is. If you wash your cat too often, you might end up causing more problems than you solve. And let's not forget that if your cat isn't dried properly after a bath, they can get cold very quickly. Wet fur clings to the skin, and since cats naturally have a higher body temperature than humans, they can become chilled much faster than you'd expect. That's why drying them thoroughly is just as important as the bath itself. Common mistakes when bathing cats. So, let's say you've decided that your cat really does need a bath. You gather all your supplies, get the water ready, and before you know it, you're in the middle of a full-blown feline meltdown. Your cat is fighting for their life, you're soaked, and somehow you're wondering if this was all a huge mistake. Well, here's the thing. It might have been a mistake because a lot of cat owners unknowingly make some big mistakes when bathing their furry friends. And if you've ever had a chaotic bath time experience, chances are you're guilty of at least one of them. Mistake number 1. Using water that's too hot or too cold. Cats are super sensitive to temperature. If the water is too hot, it can shock their system or even cause burns. If it's too cold, they'll hate every second of it even more. So, the sweet spot is to use lukewarm water. Think of it like bath water for a baby. Let the water be just warm enough to be comfortable but never too hot. Mistake number 2. Using human shampoo. This one's a major no-no. A cat's skin is way more delicate than ours, and human shampoos, even the mild ones, can strip their natural oils, causing dryness and irritation. Some shampoos even have chemicals that are toxic to cats. If you're bathing your cat, always use a cat-friendly shampoo that's specifically made for their skin. Mistake number 3. Rushing the drying process. Now, we know you just want the bathing process to be over, but drying your cat too fast can be just as stressful as the bath itself. Instead of aggressively rubbing them down with a towel, be gentle and thorough. Pat them dry, making sure to absorb as much water as possible. If your cat tolerates it, a low-heat setting on a blow dryer can even help. But if they hate the noise, stick to towel drying in a warm, quiet room. Mistake number 4. Turning bath time into a battle. Forcing your cat into the tub while they're already panicking? That's a bad idea. The thing is, the more you fight them, the more they'll resist, and the more likely you are to come out of it with scratches and regrets. Instead, try easing them into it. Keep the bathroom door closed, let them sniff around, and gently introduce them to the water instead of dunking them in right away. So there you have it. Bathing your cat isn't as simple as it seems, and if done the wrong way, it can cause more harm than good. And speaking of understanding your cat better, have you ever wondered if your feline friend is secretly asking for attention? Of course, cats may not always be obvious about their needs, but they have subtle ways of telling you they want more of your time. Click on our next video, Top Signs Your Cat Wants Attention, to learn how to spot those hidden signals and strengthen your bond with your furry friend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you there.